We're back with the People Chronicles and Jennifer Kinder. Now we talked about the Uptown Band. If everyone sees the familiar face, she does have the microphone, but she's not going to sing for us today.
Not today.
And you're a mom, you're a wife, you're a voice lesson teacher. I mean, and you were a caregiver to your father, and unfortunately, and we're very sorry, he has passed. And you were doing all of these things while going through your own secret battle inside that nobody knew about, and you didn't really know enough about it to say, this is how I'm going to be able to handle things a little bit better. So you have celiac disease, and forgive me because I know there's some other things that go under there too. Right. You have a list of them, but I think the one that sticks out the most is when you say celiac, and we were left off at the gluten-free diet that you need to be on. Who are the people that really made a difference in understanding what it was that you were going through and that helped you? Your doctor's name again was?
It's Dr. Mealy, Arpana Mealy. There are two Dr. Mealys at Burke's Digestive Disease. I believe they're husband and wife. I hope I'm correct about that. If not, they both have the same last name. But yes, she was very proactive with me, took a lot of time with me to just sit and talk with me, and very straightforward, factual things, not doctor talk. She talked to me like I was a human being, gave me places. There's so many restaurants around here that are accommodating. It's fantastic, but it's a whole complete lifestyle change to go gluten-free. Well, you tried it for a little bit.
I tried it for a little while, and it definitely makes you feel good. It's almost like you're cleansing, and, going shopping is another story, because you could actually spend 2 hours in a food store trying to determine the proper foods to eat and how you get it right. And it comes down to a science. It's a formula. And you were telling me before that, you have to look at every single ingredient.
Right. And I will tell you, the first couple shopping trips I took, I ended up in the organic section crying because I was so frustrated. And it wasn't that I felt bad for myself or anything like that. It was just, how am I going to do this? Being on the road constantly with the band, how am I going to do this when we're stopping at a drive-through to get food because that's the only time we're going to eat in the next 16 hours? And then it became everybody else's problem in the band, because everybody had to kind of cater around what I needed. And
Did you tell them it was healthier for them?
They all knew. Nobody complained. They actually even, 3 of my band members, they bring me goodies in, always junk food, but that's okay. But it's gluten-free. And they're thinking of me, so they get it. They do get it. It was a little harder for my household to get on board with it.
The almond milk and coconut milk?
Well, I don't really care for the coconut milk, but almond milk I love. We've just decided that I'm not going to make everybody go gluten-free. If I cook and they choose not to eat it, then they're on their own, because this is what I need to do. And I have found that gluten-free food is extremely expensive if you buy, the specially made gluten-free food. But there are naturally gluten-free foods, fruits, vegetables, meats, as long as it's not processed. I know Giant, their deli meats are all gluten-free. I can't have bread, so I've learned to make sandwiches with, lettuce as the bread, and you get creative, and I do feel a lot healthier. I do have to deal with cross-contamination. It's a big thing that happens if you eat out at restaurants. No restaurant ever guarantees that you will not get glutened. That's what us celiacs call it, getting glutened. I'm actually so sensitive now that I was a couple months ago cleaning out my kitchen cabinet to get everything out that shouldn't be in there. And a bag of cookie mix, which was sealed, fell down on me. It didn't open or anything, but I immediately broke out in hives, like welts, just ridiculous. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what is this now? So I go to the website that I go to quite a bit, celiac.com or celiac.org, and it manifests itself in that way too. You can break out in hives. My migraines were part of it. You can have psychological and mood issues. I had insomnia for years, and I know you know this. I mean, I'd be up at 6 o'clock in the morning posting on Facebook. I have not slept for 4 days.
But now, not even knowing everything that you've really gone through, it kind of makes sense, because I remember, like you said, it would be, I can't sleep, I don't feel good, I can't do this, I can't do that, and you're a completely different person.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I mean, I lost my friends, and not because they weren't supportive. I couldn't do anything.
Right.
I know I had made plans with you to do so. I mean, we were supposed to be doing this for a while, and I'm just some days I just couldn't get out of bed. You're exhausted. It's terrible, and it's so easy to remedy if you just know what's going on.
But you made it, and the fact of the matter is that you can tell other people about it, and they can learn from your experience. But when you were going through all those things, where did you find all of that strength to get yourself to go out on stage in front of hundreds of people and perform like there was nothing wrong, no pain, no sickness? I can do this.
That's my solace. That's always been, my singing's always been my saving grace. I would spend hours in my room when from the time I was 4 or 5 years old. I would just be up there by my family worried, like, oh my gosh, she's depressed or she's so antisocial, but I just wanted to sing. And that's you run, some other people do other things. That's where I'm emotionally connected to it. So, sometimes we'd go on break and I'd be in the bathroom being sick, and then I got to get myself together. I mean, if we're playing somebody's wedding, I'm not ruining their day because I don't feel well. I mean, obviously sometimes I have to miss jobs and they have to get somebody to replace me. But like I said, the band has been incredibly supportive, and so I think I just got tired of my life being dictated by an illness, and I wasn't going to let it define me or label me. And so I just did what I had to do. I really didn't think about it. I just did what I had to do. It's my job. If I had a day job, I would have been fired because I would have been missing work constantly. So I'm very lucky that I do what I do with who I do it with my husband. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it was even frustrating for him at times.
Oh, I'm sure.
Who wants to have a wife that's, constantly complaining that they're sick or they can't get out of bed, they can't do this. I look like I'm being lazy sometimes or just don't want to be bothered, and sometimes that's what it is, but
and that's okay. Hey, we need our little
right.
time off too. But if there were certain things, if someone came up to you and asked you a couple of questions that maybe they were feeling the same thing or think that they might have what you have and talk about their symptoms, what are the pinpoints? What are like maybe 3 things that you could say, I know what your problem is. I know exactly what it is. If you could just name the top 3 things that were kind of like the 3 most urgencies that were screaming out at you that you could be able to say, this is celiac.
Right. Well, the first one is one that people don't like to openly talk about because it's, it's kind of gross. And I don't particularly talk about my bathroom habits, but diarrhea is the number one. Mm-hmm. Weight loss, which I didn't have much of the weight loss. My body was in survival mode. I was told it was holding on to everything it could have, nausea, vomiting, migraines, and weird skin rashes. Mm-hmm. Those and feeling extremely tired, which all those things could be a million things, but especially if it happens, very quickly after you've eaten. That's a sign that you've got something. If it's not gluten, it's something else. Because after the gluten allergy, I found out, I have a lot of allergies to a lot of different things. And I'm sure most people do. I mean, I'm more convinced than ever with all the research that I've done that irritable bowel, I don't even believe that that's a real diagnosis of anything. There's something causing your bowels to be irritated.
Right. And is that celiac disease, is it hereditary?
It is.
Okay. And you used resourceceliac.com? Is
Right.
that what you use?
Yes.
And you do a lot of your shopping at Giant?
I do.
Have the best,
Giant
one
is
of the best?
fantastic. Walmart has a very small section, but their gluten-free pasta is cheap, and it's the best that I've found.
Do you know the name brand?
Heartland.
Okay, that's good to know, because
Under
there are
$3.
a lot of people. Okay, that's good to know. All right, well, Jennifer Kinder, we thank you so very much for joining us today. And you can find her doing her thing on stage most of the time with the Uptown Band. And we want to thank her for being part of the People Chronicles. I'm Jackie Hoffman.